Right now at 6, a positive contamination test for DC water. How the potentially harmful bacteria could affect your neighborhood. New details on Alexandria's second homicide of the year, including the identity of the victim and the suspected killer. And more than 2 decades after DC United first took the pitch, the team is finally getting its own stadium, and we have live team coverage on all the excitement.
News 4 at 6 starts now.
DC water tests positive for contamination. Good evening, everybody. I'm Erica Gonzalez. The water safety warning is now focused on parts of Northeast DC. So what we are talking about are the neighborhoods east of the Metro track servicing the Fort Totten station, including University Heights, Michigan Park, Queens Chapel, and parts of Brookland. News 4's Derek Ward with how people are getting by during this hot summer weekend.
You may notice your favorite cold drink from a fountain or machine is unavailable. That's the ripple effect of DC's boil water alert. When it started on Friday, some 34,000 customers were affected, and for many it started with low water pressure.
My neighbor down the street called me the night of it. She said, "Do you have water?" And I had the cell phone. I walked in the bathroom and I said, "I have a trickle."
Yesterday she had a lot of company. Today she's among a smaller group.
The neighborhoods that remain impacted include parts of University Heights, Michigan Park, North Michigan Park, Queens Chapel, and Brooklyn.
That amounts to about 7,000 homes and businesses still under the alert. DC Water has been doing tests, taking samples throughout the affected area. 13 hydrants like this have been tested, and at one they got a positive hit. That hydrant was in Michigan Park. The sample tested positive for total coliform contamination, a broad classification of potentially harmful bacteria, but not the most worrisome.
It was not E. coli. We did test for E. coli. It was not positive for that.
DC Water officials are also seeking to address a flood of concern over the notifications about the boil water alert. Some people got the word quickly and some didn't.
We had gotten a robocall telling about it last night.
Why was communication directly to consumers so poor?
We are going to have a thorough review done of our communications when there's a crisis.
Meanwhile, back in Brookland.
And so I took bottled water to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and I said, this is different.
Officials hope the problem will be completely resolved this weekend. Derek Ward, News 4.
More information tonight on the do's and the don'ts for that water alert. The city says you should use boiled or bottled water for drinking, for brushing your teeth, for preparing, for cooking food. If you've got to make ice, same thing, and for preparing baby formula as well. And the same rules apply for your pets. We're told it is still safe to shower, but you should avoid swallowing the water. We sent you an alert as soon as we learned about the positive contamination test. Stay with News 4 and the NBC Washington app for complete coverage on this DC water alert. We're going to bring you any new updates. All right, switching gears now. DC United is finally getting a stadium they can call their own. And we have live team coverage tonight as we count down to the opening of Audi Field. DC United fans are just as excited to check out the team's new digs. News 4's Darcy Spencer joins us live now with fan reaction to the brand new stadium. Darcy?
Erica, you know, this is the day DC United fans have been waiting for a very long time. It's happening today. The stadium is opening, and tonight is the very first game. If you take a look behind me, you can see people are lined up waiting for the gates to open. That's expected to happen very soon, and people are getting here extra early to take a look and see the new home of the DC United. Now, we shot a little bit of video earlier today just to give you an idea of what it looks like outside the stadium. Officials cut the ribbon for Audi Field less than 1 week ago. It's a $500 million stadium that seats 20,000 soccer fans. Now, I spoke to a 14-year-old who's excited about attending this first game here.
I'm just a big soccer fan in general. Just to have like a team locally around my area, have to support them.
Is it a big deal for you as a teen to get to go to the first game here?
Yeah, because like 50 years from now, I can still say I went to the first game at Audi Field, so it's going to be interesting.
What are you looking forward to the most about the new stadium and being here?
Well, looking forward to the team winning, but also to the ambience of a new stadium. Big soccer fan.
And what do you think of the location here?
We're finding out. First time today. Hopefully it'll all work out.
And everybody here is hoping for a win. Again, you can see the crowds here just waiting for the gates to open. One word of warning, if you're used to going to games at RFK Stadium with all that parking, this is a very different story. There isn't a lot of parking here, so you're urged to use Metro. And I can tell you from personal experience, DC police are out here towing cars if you park illegally.
Yikes.
Erica, back to you.
All right. Darcy Spencer, thank you for that warning. So let's keep talking about this new stadium, right? So new stadium, new star player. For more on the huge night in D.C., we go to Sherry Burris live on the field. Hey, Sherry.
Hey, Erica, this is the start to one of the biggest sports weekends this summer here in D.C. A very happy hello from a brand new Audi field. Now, they officially opened here on Monday, but shortly fans are going to have their first chance to step inside. So they are saying goodbye to RFK and hello to Audi Field. 18 months after breaking ground, we are here for opening night. D.C. United taking on the Vancouver Whitecaps. United has the worst record in the league, but hoping a lot of home games here at their new stadium will help turn the tide. Another way they're hoping to turn things around by getting Wayne Rooney out here on the field. The international superstar making his debut with DC United here tonight. Signed to much fanfare in the last month, Rooney is best known for his success with Manchester United and the national team from England. So there is a new star. We are in a brand new stadium. Erica, thanks, sure to be excited. Coming up, I have Moises Linares joining us. Guys, back to you.
All right, Sherry, thank you. And people going to Audi Field are hoping to enjoy a game under some clear skies. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Samara Theodore joins us from the Weather Center to talk a little bit more about what fans can expect. Samara?
It is looking absolutely wonderful out there just in time for the game. I don't think you could ask for better weather for this game. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at this graphic I made just for you. Here's a look. DC United taking on the Vancouver Whitecaps. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s around 7 p.m. Perfect conditions. I mean, plenty of sunshine, a few clouds moving in. By sunset, very comfortable. Temperatures are going to be dropping into the 80s, and then you can see even closer to midnight, mid-70s, so not bad at all. No rain to worry about. You may notice that humidity spiking just a little bit or moving up just a little bit, but we are going to see some improvements. Now, sticking around, I want you to stick around because I am going to be tracking some showers and storms. We'll time it out in your full weather. Back to you.
Samara, thank you. Alexandria police investigating its second homicide of the year. So we now know the name of the victim murdered inside the business where he worked. Police say Bradford Jackson was killed Friday morning. His body found inside a second-floor office at Window Universe on King Street. Jackson was a marketing manager there. He was 65 and lived in the Delray area in Warwick Village. Pankay Basin, a New Jersey resident, is charged with his murder. Police have not released a motive in the case. President Trump getting some R&R at his Scotland golf resort, but we're going to show you why his day on the course was not as enjoyable as he may have hoped. And D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser does something she's never done before, how her decision will impact high school seniors hoping to graduate. A deadly shooting in Prince George's County. Friends of the victim took a man to the hospital where we understand he later died. Gunfire erupted after midnight near the intersection of East Forest Road and Kent Village Drive in Landover. Detectives have made no arrests and don't know what led to that gunfire. A busy stretch of Pennsylvania Avenue back open after a deadly crash. It happened about 3 o'clock this morning near the Sousa Bridge. Police have not released the name of the person who died. That road was shut down for about 6 hours. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser just issued her first ever veto, and it has to do with the city's graduation rates. The mayor vetoing a bill that would have let seniors with 6 weeks of absences graduate. The Washington Post reports that Bowser has said that the bill would undermine efforts to promote attendance. The D.C. Council overwhelmingly passed the legislation in June. It was about the same time as a graduation scandal broke in the district. A jaguar at one of the top zoos in the country escaped its habitat and went on a killing spree targeting other animals. How zoo leaders are responding to the tragedy.
The day finally is here. Audi Field is ready to go, and when we come back, we continue this team coverage from the district as we hear from superstar Wayne Rooney.
You're watching News 4 at 6.
Scary scene in New Orleans this morning when a jaguar escaped its habitat and killed 6 animals. This is a picture of that jaguar. This happened at the Audubon Zoo. Zookeepers tracked down that jaguar, sedated it, Among the animals killed included an alpaca, an emu, and a fox. One alpaca and 2 other foxes were also injured. It's still not clear how the jaguar got out of its enclosure. The incident took place before the zoo opened. Zoo officials closed the zoo for the rest of the day. However, we're told that they are scheduled to reopen tomorrow. A day on the golf course for President Trump, but protesters shouted down his visit in Scotland today. Mr. Trump is spending the weekend there ahead of his high-stakes meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Finland Monday. The golf course is one of several that he owns around the world. The president was dressed in black, wearing a white baseball cap. Protesters lining the road and the beach near the golf course to protest his visit. You may remember the name Matty Stepanek. He's the young poet from Rockville who died at just 13 years of age after bravely fighting a rare neurological disease. His life and poetry remaining an inspiration to so many in this area. Matty's life was celebrated on this Peace Day at King Farm in Rockville. It's celebrated every July around his birthday. Matty was a New York Times best-selling author and peace activist. Volunteers today saying we could all take a moment to pause and remember his message.
I think we all need peace these days. It's a great organization. Matty had a fantastic message. We need cohesiveness, and a lot of people have opposing views these days. And I think we can all agree, though, that peace is the most important thing.
One of the highlights of the event this year were peace conversations. Local leaders, elected officials, educators, police, and first responders discussing ways to increase peace in their communities. And what a beautiful day to be out there honoring Matty Stepanek. And just a beautiful evening. Also, if you're headed out to Audi Field, we are lucking out.
Oh, yes.
And then we head into the start of the week, and we don't know what is going on.
We have a big game start of the week, don't we? All-Stars.
Yeah, we do.
Woo, man. We'll wait till we get to that part of the forecast. But for now, let's focus on how amazing it's been, how amazing it will be for the remainder of your weekend. With a few rain chances, I wouldn't let that stop you from any outdoor plans tomorrow. Right now, we're at 89 degrees in Washington, D.C. A little farther north and west, they're hanging on to that 90. 90 right now up in Hagerstown. Got 90 degrees in Frederick, Maryland, 90 in Gaithersburg, upper 80s a little farther south. So that's a little bit of a flip situation there. Forecast for tonight will be around 70 degrees. We are headed to the upper 60s in a lot of our surrounding suburbs, 70 inside the Beltway. You may notice the humidity is going to be moving upwards overnight. Not bad, but it is on its way up. Tomorrow morning, if you are planning on maybe going for a morning run, doing any morning sport activity, just know that the humidity is rising. If you're planning on getting your car washed as we head throughout the weekend, we are looking at some rain moving in on Monday. I think some rain chances will be more widespread Monday and Tuesday, so just keep that in mind. But if you have any outdoor dining plans for this evening, tomorrow, you're looking very comfortable. For the yard work on Sunday, let's keep our eye on the radar, and here's why. Right around 2 to 5 p.m., that's when we're going to see that chance for an isolated shower moving through. Starting off the day, it's really nice. Temperatures in the low 70s. But like I said, that humidity building, also the clouds will be increasing tomorrow too. Temperatures, though, still making it to the low 90s. Futurecast here, if you look at that timestamp up in the corner, around 8 a.m., you can see we're pretty clear on areas along 95 and eastward. West starting to pick up those clouds. Then those clouds really move in Sunday afternoon. And a little bit farther west, you can see the rain is starting to push in. Doesn't really hold together. That's why we're saying that chance is isolated. We are not looking at a washout of a Sunday at all. So don't cancel plans. Just keep an eye on a radar, especially if you are going to be headed towards Anne Arundel County up to Baltimore maybe as we head through Sunday evening. So we'll watch that for you as well. Now the rain chances as we move through the top of the week, they really go up. Monday looking a little bit like Sunday. We got that chance for isolated showers. Tuesday, that's when it's going to be more scattered. And some of those storms on Tuesday will be strong, possibly severe. Wednesday and Thursday, both dry days with plenty of sunshine. Your Storm Team 4 10-day outlook, it takes 3 days in the 90s to make a heat wave. So if we can hit it again tomorrow and Monday, that will officially be another heat wave. But we are expected to stay in the 90s through Tuesday. Again, Tuesday is going to be the chance where you are more than likely going to be seeing widespread showers and storms. Everyone will get in on that. And then we look at the remainder of the week, less humid, highs in the upper 80s. Next weekend, kind of a similar setup to the top of the week where we will be tracking more showers and storms, but it is summer nonetheless, Erica.
All right, Samara, thank you. Coming up next in sports, we go back live to brand new Audi Field, what the team is saying about the new stadium and the new superstar.